The great thing about social media was how it gave a voice to voiceless people. If a newspaper ran some racist column, we realized we could do something about it. We could get them, but give us the power, and we become like hanging judges. This was like the democratization of justice, but we're now creating a surveillance society where the smartest way to survive is to go back to being voiceless.
Regret from a woman who sparked a Twitter backlash over an offensive tweet.
The dentist who killed Cecil the lion is public enemy #1 today.
I want to see him destroyed.
My name is Philip Atacola, and I am producing, writing, and directing a film called IRL. IRL is an internet acronym that stands for In Real Life. IRL is a thriller about a guy whose life is destroyed after a video of him doing something offensive leaks on the internet. I was inspired by the story of a PR woman named Justine Sackow, who had tweeted an offensive tweet just before she got on a plane to Johannesburg, South Africa. People who took offense ended up trying to hurt the person that they were offended by using social media. By the time she landed, the entire world knew who Justine was. She had lost her job, her company had publicly denounced her, her parents had publicly denounced her. She'd gone from a nobody to somebody that everybody hated, and her life was over. I want to explore this concept of mob justice, but take it into an extreme, where the tone is of terror, complete and total paranoia and fear. I want people to be afraid of the mob like I am afraid of the mob. Our main character, Greg Dallin, is a guy who works for a social media company as a programmer. He's a recovering alcoholic. And one day, on his way home from an AA meeting, he happens to pick up a version of the Quran. And after reading the Quran, he decides it's not really for him. And while at work, he tosses it in the trash. Unbeknownst to him, he's being filmed by a colleague that doesn't like him so much. They take that video and they upload it to the internet, which sets off a wildfire of outrage.
Enough people are offended by what Greg did that they begin to agitate for his punishment.
Yeah, what's up?
He is publicly humiliated. His name is dragged through the mud. He loses his job. He loses the girl that he's dating. He loses all of his money. He's forced to hide in the streets amongst the homeless because the public is encouraged via a cash bounty to hunt him down and physically harm him.
When Greg is unable to clear his name or find safety from the mob, he vows to find the person who did this to him and take his revenge.
The villain of our film is Taijin Kyufusho. He's a man of Japanese descent, and his name literally means the extreme fear of offending others. It's a phobia that is endemic to Japan. What I wanted to do was to take the phobia and transform it into a pathological need to be offended for other people. And in this case, he takes action against Greg, who he believes has offended somebody. If the video of Greg throwing out the Quran is the match that sets the internet on fire, Taijin Kyufusho is the arsonist that strikes that match. Taijin Kyufusho is outrage culture and the mob mentality distilled into a singular person. In the end, what I want the audience to feel is that this can happen to anybody. The tension and the fear of offense that we are generally experiencing in today's society is going to permeate the entire film. When the Quran shows up on screen, I imagine the audience is going to feel a little on edge about where this is going. It's reflecting back on us how we feel about broaching sensitive topics And it's also the feeling of somebody who has experienced destruction at the hands of the mob. I want people to think twice about participating in being offended on the internet. And I want people to reconsider how that can actually affect people in real life. IRL is a cautionary tale about a world that is not too far off. That if we don't stop going down this road of always being offended and trying to harm the people that offend us.
Look at my face.
Okay.
You remember me?
I
You know what you took from me?
That we could end up in a place that is far worse than what we're experiencing now.
You son of a bitch! You're gonna pay for what you did to me. You're gonna pay for what you did.